I swear, the lengths we go to ensure that children don't fail are fucking ridiculous. Okay, I was out in the wild, and by that I mean normal civilized areas that I just don't know. So I call them the wild. We're in this shop, right? Well, it's no, not shop. It's like a diner, I guess. Kinda like that space between diner and fast food. It's like in there. So we're in there. Food's delicious. That's all fine and dandy. But I see these things that you go to and you spin the corner, turn the little crank thing, and a little prize thing pops out. And I saw one of them, and it had what was called a stretchy yo-yo inside. And I looked at it, and when I realized what it was, I was just like, wow. Like I was amazed. What it is it's a type of, I don't know, it looks like a big ass gummy toy. Which basically is what you do is it's like a yo-yo, but there's no string. You just you throw the thing down, and the stretchy part just pulls it back up. And the only reason you could want to make this is because you don't want to fail, in the sense where you throw the thing down and it just starts spinning on the little, what is it called? It's not a thread, but a little rope. And so like it's just so like, okay, that's a part of yo-yoing. Is either preventing that or dealing with it, rolling that bitch up, and then doing it again. Like that's part. It's not like a failed state of yo-yoing. It's a part of the process. And it's like we have to take that away. It has to be like, no, the child can't feel frustration. No, we have to wait until they get old for that. Like what? I don't know. I just think that it makes sense to me to let kids be frustrated with shit. Because the earlier they're frustrated with shit, the better they'll be able to deal with frustration. Like you just gotta think about any other type of emotion in your life, right? If nobody close to you dies until you're 35, when that shit happens, you're fucking done. That is not the ideal. Well, I guess I really shouldn't say it's not the ideal. It's kind of ideal that people not dying. That kind of this was a bad example, but you get what I'm saying. You'd be better able to deal if you had some tragedies earlier in your life. I'm not wishing that on anybody, but I'm just saying, silver lining, dark cloud, right? So. So I'm just saying, like, you gotta let kids fail. You gotta let them look at the fucking yo-yo and be like, man, this piece of shit ain't coming back up. This is stupid. Yes, it is stupid. We all realize that part of yo-yoing is stupid. And we all still yo-yoed. Because even though it was like, stuff didn't have to be completely devoid of dumbness for us to deal with it as kids. Am I wrong? Like, there were seesaws that creaked, and it made the whole damn process a pain in the balls, because you're sitting there, you're doing the seesaw thing, which is nothing but assisted jumping when you think about it. Seesawing is pretty fucking dumb. But we did it anyway, because we had a good time disobeying the laws of gravity. That was just, a thing for us. We had a good time. Okay? So, like, You don't see yo-yos and be like, okay, that part that nobody likes, we're gonna take that out, and we're just gonna make it a gummy thing that you just bounce. If that's the case, it might as well be that fucking ball on the string that's hooked up to the paddle, and you just smack the fucking thing. It might as well be that. Don't even call it a yo-yo. Just call it this gummy piece of shit that you wrap around your finger. That's what it is. You know, I don't know. I'm letting my kid I let him get frustrated. I don't give a shit. My kid is 2. He gets mad. I tell him to take his shoes off. He gets pissed if he can't. Now he can take his shoes off. Still working on the socks. Still working on the fucking socks. The boy will go and try and take off some socks, and then his hand will slip. He'll be like, and I'm like, yep, keep on doing that. Now take off the socks. You know, I just keep a calm head, and eventually I think he's gonna be at a place where it's easier for him to deal with frustration because he's had so much of it in his life already. So I'm hoping this works out. I hope so. Oh my goodness. Okay. Something else I wanted to talk about. Something else I had to get off my chest. And I had to figure this out about myself. You know the song Happy Birthday? I don't like that song. I don't like the fucking song. The song, it annoys me. Every time I hear it, it bothers me. I tend to leave or hide my face whenever it's being sung in my presence. I sure as shit don't sing it. I try to mentally escape whenever it is being sung. I try to go somewhere in my head. Like my head space, what mine looks like, it's a little version of me sitting in a really, 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 really big, empty, and dark room with wood floors. And depending on my mood, the little version of me may get up and throw the chair and just start ranting inside of this space. And I listen to that version of me and I act accordingly. Now, back to the song. I don't like it. I think it's very fucking obnoxious. I think that people who sing it are like, yeah, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Your name here. Happy birthday to you. And it just feels so fucking like, oh, look at this prick. Oh, it's his birthday. Oh, let's sing a song, you fucking douche. Like, it feels like whoever wrote the shit was like, oh, happy birthday, you piece of shit. Fuck you. You ain't special. You in this shit just like the rest of us. You know, it doesn't feel like it came from a good place. It doesn't feel like it came from a positive place. It feels as though it was just like somebody walked in a bar and was like, hey, motherfuckers, guess what today is? And everybody else was like, I don't know, man. Tuesday, you motherfucker? What are you talking about? He's like, it's my birthday, bitches. So we supposed to give a shit about how many times the planet done spun since you've been on it? You, personally? Not all of us. Not the nation, since signing the treaty to make us a thing. Like, not the city, not the company you work for. No, just you. You want us to give a fuck about that? Like, it's my birthday. Well, you want us to fucking care? All right, look, let's sing this fucker a song. Happy birthday to you, bitch. Happy fucking birthday to you, bitch. Happy birthday. What's your fucking name? What? Jack? Happy birthday, dear jackass motherfucker. Happy birthday to you. Now, will you sit the fuck down and order something? Like, it feels like that was the theme behind the song when it was first invented. And over the years, the concept has just been softened and softened and softened until we have what we have today, which is like, I don't even know what the fuck that song is in 2017. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. Like, just, I can't even put my hands, like, no, not hands, I can't put my finger on it, on what, like, really makes it fucked up and weird. But there's just something to it. It feels like that song is a dig. It feels like it's a dig. And then I hear it and, oh shit. Fucking Target is calling me about medicine. Anyway, I don't really understand. I don't really get why we feel the need to sing it. Like, why does a song have to be done? Like, why do people have to sing at a birthday thing? You could just say, happy birthday, man. Glad you're still around. Happy birthday, young lady. Good having you. Like, why do we need to sing shit? Why is that necessary? I don't know. I don't know. I think that I think it's kind of weird. I think it's weird. Okay, so it's off my chest, off my back. Talked about my my adventures in the wild. Now I'm going to talk about a bit of news here. Oh boy. All right, last month a headline happened. Oh boy. The headline says FBI seizes over 3,000 penises during raid at morgue employee's home. Now, as I said in my last episode, I don't know if this shit's real. I really don't. I don't believe it to be impossible though. I really don't. I don't. People these days are fucking crazy. All right, so the story starts. FBI agents made an astonishing discovery. Yes, that is the proper use of the word astonishing. Astonishing discovery this morning while executing a search warrant at the residence of a Houston mortician. 3,178 embalmed human penises. I'm wondering what the search warrant was for in the first place. That's where I'm going. The Federal Bureau of Investigation suspected 54-year-old Dave Murray, an employee of the Harris County Morgue, of being implicated in an organ trafficking network. I think they were right. I didn't know that trafficking dicks were a thing, or maybe he just trafficked out the rest of the body parts and just kept the dicks. Because I mean, if you're a trafficker of dicks, I don't think you're gonna build a surplus of 3,100 dicks instead of, bringing in 500, sending out 500. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's ever gonna get all the way up to $3,000 if you're not collecting for some reason. That would just be my, like, I don't think that's how stores work. Like, you don't bring in like 2 years worth of grapes and just like let them sit, and then start selling them after you get to the second year. Like that, I don't know. Maybe, I don't own a business. I could be wrong, but yeah. All right, investigating several reports of missing organs and body parts. Dozens of agents raided his residence this morning, which is September 20-something of 2017. Raided his residence this morning, hoping to find evidence of his involvement in the crimes. What they found on the site was a lot more disturbing than what they expected. As the FBI spokesman Andy Ramirez described the scene in an interview, all I can think is you walk in a house, you find 3,000 dicks. First of all, we as people can only imagine what 3,000 dicks looks like in a room, right? I've never seen 3,000. I ain't seen 2 dicks that have been separated from people. Like I've never. So 3,000. Is it in a pyramid pile? Is it up in the corner? Are they spread out along the floor? Like, how are they in a box? And then you open the box and it's just fucking full. Like, how do you find that many dicks? And then you gotta think somebody had to go on television and describe the fact that they found 3,000 dicks in a room. And that's just me assuming. They might not even been in the same fucking room. They could have been spread out throughout the house. There could have been trails of dick going on throughout the fucking house. There could have been a ring of dicks on the fucking toilet seat. There could have been like sink dick. There could have been all kinds of dicks all over the place. Then you gotta imagine, were they all white dicks? And then if there were like black dicks and darker dicks, was there a pattern? Like, does that affect the pile? Like, if you're looking at a pile, is it like black dicks on the top and then Hispanic dicks over on the left? Like, how does that look? Or is it just like a pile of fucking assorted candies where it's just like Skittles and shit, and there's just all these different colors of dicks in the world? All right. So here's what Andy Ramirez said on television. There were shelves everywhere, filled with hundreds of glass jars. Each of them contained a penis floating in formalin. Well, damn. Okay, I didn't go over this before I started reading. All I did for any headlines that I have is read the headline and saved the page. I didn't read through the article first. So I didn't know about the shelves and all the glass jars and all that shit. That's why my brain went where it went. So there were shelves filled with hundreds of glass jars. So basically, this looks like the room in a sci-fi joint, right? Where you're walking through and you're walking through really, 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 really slowly because you're scared as fuck. And then all of a sudden, you just hear some glass break. And you start looking around like, where's the monster dick? Where's the monster dick? Like, cause you know one of the monster dicks got out, but we as the audience see the broken jar with the water just leaking out slowly, right? And then we just hear like across and skittering across the floor and shit. All right, I'm gonna shut up and keep reading. Okay, according to Agent Ramirez, the accused rapidly confessed everything as soon as he was arrested. No shit. Hey y'all, I got dicks in jars in here. Motherfucker, they see. Why would you rapidly confess? If that was me and I got caught with some shit like that, like, and I couldn't even fucking hide and be like, well, this ain't my house. I just look at him and be like, hey, I got nothing to say. Just sit there and shake my head. I got nothing to say. Y'all know what it is. All right. He explained in great detail how he had been cutting off dead men's genital organs and collecting them for more than 10 years. Wow. So the first one has to be in like a super fucking special jar, right? That's got to be like his fucking grand possession. This dude collected dicks for 10 years and was never caught until 10 years later? 10 years? Collecting dead dick in jars in his fucking house. Like, first of all, how do you buy 3,000 jars over the years without anybody thinking that you got some kind of habit? You're fucking weird. Cause think about how many jars you'd have to buy in 10 years, right? It's that. I don't know, yo. I don't know. To get to $3,000, that's fucking ridiculous. All right. It took the FBI more than 7 hours to gather all the organs and other pieces of evidence that were found on the site. So you could tell us in this article about 3,000 dicks, but then you want to be talking about all the organs and other pieces of evidence. Bitch, what was it? Tell us what the fuck that stuff was. I want to know what that was. You can tell me about all this dick, but you can't tell me what other pieces of evidence was on the site? Really? Now are we getting too private? Oh, fuck's sake. A total of 53 criminal charges have already been filed against Murray, and hundreds more could be filed over the next few days. Now, here's my question about that. Okay, if he did I think this next sentence answers my question. An anonymous FBI source told WNTV4 that the number of charges could reach over 3,000. That's what I was about to say. I was wondering which of the 53 criminal charges did they wrap all 3,000 dicks under? Because I was just like, which one charge? Or can it be two? I don't fucking know. I don't know how criminal charges work on that front, but that just seemed weird. But now they're saying it could reach over 3,000. So I'm guessing every dick is going to be a charge, which I guess is justice. I don't know. Cause like they were dead. Like, did he kill people and then take their dicks? Cause I don't really know. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of no harm, no foul if you think about it. If they were dead already, they ain't doing anything with the dick. So what's the harm? You know? I don't know. I mean, if nobody really cares about a dick on a person when they're putting them in the ground. That's, you know, it's all covered up with that weird ass suit. So nobody cares. I don't know. Dave Murray will remain in custody. Yeah, he probably should be. For the moment, as a psychiatric evaluation has been ordered to determine if he's fit to stand a trial. Look, this dude This dude hoarded dick for 10 years. He's not that crazy. Like, when you're too crazy to be able to stand at a trial, that's because you went out on a Saturday with no drugs and said fuck it and did some shit that landed you in jail the same night. That's when you're crazy enough to not be fucking like that, you know, like short-term crazy can't do trials. This fucker was crazy for 10 years. Okay? So he's like, you know, a different type of crazy. Like, he's the type of crazy that can hold a job. Like, he's functional crazy. He'll be all right standing trial if he was that type of crazy for 10 years. Didn't nobody notice all these fucking jars? First of all, this motherfucker couldn't have had no close friends or family because you ain't had that many like, unless this dude had a mansion, you ain't had that many jars in your fucking house without somebody coming in and being like, hey man, fuck is wrong with you? Hey Dave, fuck is wrong with you? You got all this dick sitting in liquids, man. Fuck are you doing? All right, and it says if he is considered fit, he should appear in court in October for the beginning of the procedures. Yo, this motherfucker, man. I just that's where the story ends. That's where it ends. I would love a follow-up. That would be fantastic. That would be great if we could have a fucking follow-up to this shit and see exactly what happened, because I'm pretty sure he was fit. I'm pretty sure he was all right. He is fucking crazy though. Unless there's like seriously, seriously, what if this fucker is right? What if he's right? What if he's storing these dicks because of some shit that's gonna stop a world-destroying event at some point in the future? And the cops just wouldn't listen to him because he hoarded all these dicks in his house. I don't know. I always try and think that if somebody is crazy, it's because they're on a different wavelength than the rest of us. And it's not necessarily wrong. It's just they're getting information we're not getting. That's how I tend to think crazy people work. Because I try not to like demonize crazy people the way other people do. And you'd be like, oh, they just crazy. Fuck them. Don't listen to them. Not necessarily true. Some crazy people be on point because it takes crazy to understand this nonsense that we're living in. So this dude was hoarding all this dick. I have no idea what it could possibly be for, but he was very, very much hoarding dick. And it was, I don't know. I don't understand. I'm trying to like, what could be the goal? Okay, even beyond what the goal is, let's not think about what the goal is, because maybe he doesn't have one. Maybe he's just a collector. Here's the thing. When does it end voluntarily? He had 3,178 dicks that were embalmed in his fucking house, sitting in jars, sitting in liquid. What's the magic number? That's all I want to know. I wish somebody would ask him, what the fuck is the magic number? Because it can't be 3,178. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. If he had stopped at 3,000, he probably wouldn't have got caught. But if he had stopped at 3,000, that is a collection. In my view, that is a completed collection. Because, like, what the fuck? You can't get all the dicks because people keep getting born with dicks. So it's impossible to get all the dicks. So then when the fuck does it end? When does the dick hoarding end? I don't know. Something to think about. Something to think about on the rest of your weekend. Anywho, thank you very much for listening. I'm getting a little tired of saying the word dick. This was a good time. All right. So, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself.